Coming up on today's show, we will be taking a look at the CB Buses EXs to see where can you find them and what routes can you ride them. We will be taking a look at the CB Buses' latest order of 50 more vehicles. We will be taking a look at Communters' latest bus, the 500 MMC. See, that's recently just arrived from Commuter. And finally, the first Oli Buses Fencer has arrived ahead of entering service this winter. This is what's coming on today's of the first ever edition of New Buses for Croydon. Welcome to this new series on the channel where I will take a look at the latest orders of buses coming from Beans Buses, Oli Buses, CB Buses and Commuter. First up, CB Buses have ordered EXs and they have entered service. These starter-like vehicles are the newest additions to the CB Buses network and have appeared on routes 24, 333, 473 and the SL7 alongside the 120. So far, Taunton Heath Garage, Whitehorse Garage and East Croydon Garage have all took specs of the new vehicles so far. The new vehicles are expected to enter service on Route 40 over the next few months as well. Now, our next bit of news is that we're still carrying on with CB Buses for this bit of the news. CB Buses has announced that they have ordered 50 more EXs for routes 188, 262 and the 473 with an option for 30 more vehicles when to allow the 97 to then be converted to electrics. The buses will run on routes 188, 262 and the 488 out of Bedlington, Taunton Heath and Whitehorse garages as well. There will also be both vision for future 30 more vehicles goes to allow the 97 to finally get electric vehicles as promised in the Transport for Croydon tenders back in the summer. Now next up we are moving to Commuter and their new order of Enviro 200 MMCs have recently arrived at Commuter to replace the cadets on the busiest routes as opposed by Cargo saying that the first Enviro 200 MMCs have finally arrived at Commuter to replace the cadets. They will now become the flagship bus on the network now as well. These new 74 reg vehicles are the newest addition to Commuter's fleet as more recent as Commuter always seems to have old dingy buses. Well, I say old really, they're like 2006 maybe even older than that. Actually and understand to get more unreliable as they get aging now as well. So I'm sorry that hurt your feelings, Commuters, but that's just really how it is, I have to say. And finally on today's show, Oli Buses has a big order of Fencer ones. The first one has finally arrived in Whitehorse, plecked out in the deal in white. Right, Oli, the owner of Oli Buses, said that the new order that the new fences have finally arrived in with the first one now waiting for service ahead of in December. But the bus is currently stored in Whitehorse and will be used for driver training until December comes around. And that's going to be it for the first episode of New Buses for Croydon. The news. Thank you for watching and see you all next time.